where this game picks up from the previous game, if at all.
So it is a kind of a continuation. You don't need to play Doom 2016. You should play Doom 2016 for sure.
Yeah.
But it is a continuation of the things we started. 2016 was really a reboot for us, and in this game, players have kind of seen some of the characters and different things. You see Samuel there in the trailer. But it picks up with the Slayer. Earth has been invaded. It's overrun by demons, and you're there to stop it. Game takes you across so many. I mean, we talk about hell on Earth, but you're going to the Sentinel homeworld. You're going to, which we established in 2016. So a little bit of lore. You'll get some payoffs there. You're going to heaven, to new hell. New places in hell. It's really it's a much bigger scope than what we did in 2016.
Now, when you talk about is there brand new places like that you're going in this game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, heaven.
That's what I was gonna say because I didn't want to tell tales that was cool, but it was like heaven.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, the Doom Reign, he does what he wants, and not everybody's real happy with what he's doing in this game. But that's what makes the character so cool. And we really wanted to expand the Doom universe quite a bit. It's great because we established a fiction in 2016, and in Doom Eternal we really get to flesh it out more. So for those that are interested in that sort of thing, I think as Marty said, they're really going to enjoy themselves. And if you're not, the game is certainly all about combat and level design, so that's what we lead with. Lore is there to be discovered and to complement the experience, but we know why people buy Doom.
Yeah, this is it. I mean,
right. Exactly.
It's the gameplay. It's fighting, badass demons with massive guns.
And well, not only that, fighting demons with badass guns and weaponry and all that kind of stuff, but also all the while listening to some metal music. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Absolutely. Mick Gordon's back. Yeah, we know how much people love him. We love it. I think the soundtrack for Doom was literally, it was one of the best soundtracks ever. I mean, I know I'm biased, but my goodness.
Yeah.
It really, it's a great compliment to the game, and he's back. We're doing some really new things with him, and I'm just excited for people to get in there. And he does a great job. We send him a lot of video of the game, and he always finds a way to compliment, exactly what's going on screen. So yeah, we're super excited for people.
One specific thing I want to ask that they the opening of the last game had one of the best opening music combinations, and it ended the perfect way with the obviously. You got something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the intro to this game is really going to get people pumped. It's revving the engine. We often describe the game as like a Lamborghini, a race car, and that intro's got to be like the car in the pits, just getting right at the starting line, getting ready to take off. And I think people will be really pleased this time with the intro. It's pretty awesome. It's an important feature in the game because it's all about combat. We want to unleash you, but you also got to give the player context, real motivation for what they're doing. And so we want to pump them up as best we can, and I think we're going to do it this time.
I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever. Lona, did you have anything you wanted to know about?
I was going to ask about the music because I feel like whenever I played the last one, it timed so well with the actual combat itself. How much thought goes into the timing of the music with the combat?
Oh my God, a ton. The way that our audio lead Chad, he's got a great team there at the studio. The way he works with Mick, and then the way Mick delivers the music. The system is always the kind of system that plays the music is always it's a little bit dynamic. It's not completely dynamic, but we get little chunks of music, and then as you play, those get stitched together in slightly different ways. And then of course there's a ton of stingers and kind of musical hits that'll come up around glory kills, around different things. You can do different themes for the character. So the team at the studio just does a fantastic job. I mean, it's years in development, and when you're working on the audio and music, they're spending that amount of time handcrafting that stuff and making sure that it just complements every single thing you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's such an extra layer of immersion and quality. Like I tell people, it's not just the combat that brings the adrenaline and the intensity. I almost feel like exhausted after a fight. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm supposed to talk to this now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technical difficulties happen.
It's we work hard to achieve that. I mean, it's a game that really pushes you. Certainly, there's a lot of metas. We call it a combat puzzle, and it's a combat puzzle that's worth your time to solve as the player. We work hard to make sure that there's a lot of metas in Doom and to the combat, that it's not just mindless shooting. I don't think I would want to do that for X amount of hours, so especially in a Doom game. So it could be exhausting, but exhilarating, as you said, because as you master the metas, as you solve the puzzle, as you learn how to utilize the combat space and control it, you just feel so powerful. You feel more and more powerful as the game progresses, but the game will keep up with you. I think the thing that we as a team have worked really hard on is to make sure that the third act of the game has just as many fresh things to throw at you as the first and second act did.
Now, speaking of battle, there's want to discuss a little bit of the battle mode.
Yeah, absolutely. We just announced it on Sunday. We've been working internally on a multiplayer component that's really, really different. I mean, I said it on Sunday, but it's unlike anything people have played. I think that was one of our big goals, was to do something totally unique with the multiplayer, to take the Doom combat puzzle and the feel of Doom combat that people love and make it a social experience. So it's two demons, 2 player-controlled demons.
Okay.
You get to choose from a variety of demons, and then you take on a fully loaded Slayer in kind of just this head-to-head clash in an arena. It's
It's
so
always
much fun.
2v1?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think, I'm sure you've gone through a lot of playtesting and all that kind of stuff. Do you think people will gravitate more towards the Slayer or more towards the demons?
Well, that's one of the cool things, is I think they're all just as much. They're all equally fun.
Okay.
What we've seen in playtesting, certainly when we started out, going asymmetrical as we did, was a bit risky. On paper, for that exact reason. Wouldn't everybody just fight over being the Slayer? But as you said, being the Slayer in this is all about skill, and in PvP, it's even. It's really intense.
It is very intense.
The opportunity to play as the demons really offers a really nice change of pace for the players, and something new to master that still feels like Doom. So
Right on.
it's always providing you with something new and fresh, and it's extremely fun. Plus, we don't go into too much details. We're going to talk more about it at QuakeCon, but it's a fast-paced game. The rounds are fast, so you're very quickly, moving through the different characters. It's really, really enjoyable. We've had great success internally. We love it. We play it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you said how intense it was. I think it's playing as the Slayer. It's just it's like, man, it's like driving a race car 200 miles an hour around the track. But then, and you kind of get done with it, and you're like, man, I want to keep playing, but I'm exhausted. And to switch off and play as one of the demons and use that strategy is, I mean, it's fantastic. Like it was. I don't want to say I was surprised by it, but I mean, internally as we started playing it, I was like, man, I want to play the Slayer all the time. Not the case. I am always wanting to play as the demons, because it's just such a great change of pace.
For sure, man. Now we're